Hello, welcome to Football Tenable, this series in which you're looking for 10 different things of a football-related category. And today, we're joined by Jaackmate. How you doing?
All right, mate. To be fair, I've got 9 fingers. Well, I've still got 10 fingers, but I've broke one a couple of days ago, so I'm in a lot of pain right now. And at the time of recording, West Ham have just been battered 6-0, so not the best weekend for me. Luke, how are you?
Not bad. I mean, Derby drew to Shrewsbury Town. So what would you rather be in the Premier League, lose 6-0 to Arsenal, or be in League One and draw to Shrewsbury Town? That's the choices of life.
That's a coin flip, that.
Yeah.
That's a coin flip.
Let's see how you do with these categories today, Jack. And your first category is to name me the top 10 combined transfers for English players.
What do you mean combined transfers?
So let's say a player's moved for 50 million and then they've moved for 30 million to another club. They'd have an 80 million combined fee, if that makes sense.
Okay.
So there's players with lots of moves, but then there's some big ones on here as well that obviously stick out.
Right, okay. And did you say British or English?
English only.
That's pretty much screwed me because my only answer I had was Gareth Bale. So, great.
So we can get one from the weekend.
Declan Rice.
There we go, scored a corker against you.
Where's he on the list?
Declan Rice is number 4, so there is 3 people with more combined fees above him.
Right, and he was 105 million, was he? Something like that. So
I've got it in euros. It's 116 million euros, but that's about 105 million pounds, isn't it?
yeah, absolutely broke my heart when he left. And then he broke it again on Sunday. What a player, though. Hell of a player. So is it best to think of players that have moved a lot, or is it just best to think... Like, Jack Grealish has got to be on there, though.
Jack Grealish is number 3. Must have been just ever so slightly more than Rice.
Harry Kane. Let's go Harry Kane.
Harry Kane, number 7 on the list, 95 million euros.
Okay. Now, people that have moved a few times, unless there's some glaringly obvious ones I'm missing.
I'd say there's only one surprise one on here, but it kind of makes sense with the amount of moves that he's made.
Right, okay. I'm going to go a bit rogue. I'm going to try Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain.
Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain has a combined fees of 51 million euros, which puts him at number 22, so he's not tenable. I mean, it's only really the Arsenal to Liverpool move. That was the main chunk. I don't think Arsenal paid that much from Southampton.
Take me back to the Christmas series.
Good old times.
Yeah, you niced me, didn't you? I saw in the comments everyone saying, you gave him the easy ones. I feel like this is an easy one as well.
I think you're missing definitely, you're missing number 1, that's for sure.
That's got to be someone that's just moved loads, isn't it?
He's only got 2 moves, but a lot of money.
2 moves. Oh no, Jack. You're on a stinker, mate. Oh, could it be Jude Bellingham?
Could it be Jude Bellingham? It is Jude Bellingham with 133 million euros combined. Okay. So Dortmund paid about 25 mil and then Real Madrid like 105 recently.
So I still need number 2, don't I?
You do.
Striker, defender. I'm just trying to go through the England team now.
There is only one retired player on this list in the top 10.
Okay.
And then the rest are all current.
Wonder if there's any goalies on there.
No goalies. I think Pickford would be the biggest.
Yeah.
His move from Sunderland.
Do you reckon if you would have got all 10 of these?
I'd get a solid 8. I think there's 2 on here that, in my head, I think there'd be others I'd say before them.
Right. Okay. Kyle Walker, could he be on there? Could Kyle Walker be on there? John Stones? Let's go John Stones.
John Stones is 60 million euros, but he's only at number 15, unfortunately, so he's just outside the top 10. I'll give you the minimum amount is 72 million for number 10. He's the retired one as well, number 10 is. That's the funny thing. There is actually, Jack, just for you, I don't know if this is giving away too much, but there's a current West Ham player on this list.
Is there?
Yeah, this is the surprise one. I don't think many people would guess this, but it does make sense.
Well, it can't be Jared Bowen because he's only had really one big move. So the only other option would be Calvin Phillips. Calvin Phillips?
Is that your answer, Jack?
Yeah.
Not Calvin Phillips. He's number 19 on the list.
Oh, God.
Slightly further up the pitch, striker. 75 million euros for this player combined. Danny Ings, there you go. That's the one. That's the surprise one, I'd say, but it does make sense with his Villa move for 30 mil, 25 from Southampton.
Yeah.
Liverpool paid a bit, and then you paid 12. So
have I got one more go?
I'll let you have one more go. Go on the Jet. Have another stab in the dark if you really want to.
You're feeling charitable, aren't you? Because you're having to look at me with my broken fingers. All right, I'm probably going to lose all my points here. Yeah.
He moved recently. I'll give you that.
Moved recently?
Yeah, in the last window.
What, in the January transfer window?
Yeah.
I just can't get. I'll cash my points in.
I should in. Okay, fair enough. Take 4 points. Number 2 on the list, 120 million combined. He has moved from Liverpool to Manchester City, and then he's gone from Manchester City to Chelsea.
Manchester City to Chelsea.
Yep, you could say he's got money in his name.
Huh?
It's Raheem Sterling.
I'm gone. I'm out. Oh, I was thinking Matty Cash.
Matty Cash. He's Polish.
Oh, yeah.
Number 5 moved to the Bundesliga in January. Jadon Sancho at 105 million.
Oh, I just weren't even thinking. Right.
And then Harry Maguire at number 6 with 103 million. Obviously, his big Man United move, and even Leicester paid about 20 mil for him.
That's the only answer that's like slightly crossed my mind, but the others just didn't even. Yeah.
Number 9 is a massive darts fan.
Oh. Is it, who is it?
It's the darts celebration.
Oh, James Maddison. I've had a long weekend, Pingu.
That was a recent one, though, with his obviously Tottenham move, adding it up. And then the retired one is a centre-back. Went from... He is actually a West Ham youth player.
Rio?
Yeah, Rio Ferdinand, 72 million.
God, stress.
You just got the pain of your finger. You can blame it on that, I guess.
I'll blame it on that.
No.
Okay, Pingu, I have come up with... I'm going to put a little twist on it. I've seen on YouTube that people are starting to do the reverse tenables. You haven't done it yet, have you, Pingu?
I was looking at some, but yeah, I've not quite done it yet. But if you can fire away with some categories on that, I'll be good to see what you come up with.
Yeah, so I've got the 10 answers. I need you to tell me what is the question. I have no idea whether these are way too easy or way too hard, but we'll jump in and we'll see. So do I just rattle off the 10 answers straight away?
Maybe reveal like 3 and then like do it gradually so I can kind of
like
get
it.
Yeah.
I like it. Okay. Now, the first one, you're really going to think it's going one way. It's not. I'm not here to demonetize you, I promise, right? So the first name is Joey Barton.
Brilliant. Let's just bleep that out. Just everyone in the video is confused at this point.
The second name, you're really going to think it's going some way. It's not, I promise. The second name is Mason Greenwood. And the third name is Lee Bowyer.
That is
But there's a very natural and normal way why they're on a list together, and it's not the kind of list you're thinking, I promise.
I mean, Lee Bowyer's even got a bit of a history, if you remember his bit with Kieran Dyer
I
at
know.
Newcastle.
I know.
That's,
So would you like to have a little guess? I won't count it as one of your guesses if you want. You can just have a little freebie.
I'm going to go as youngest Premier League debuts for their clubs, if that makes sense.
Okay, that's not correct,
No.
but I like your thinking.
Yeah.
I'll give you 3 more. Are we doing it this way?
Yeah, 3 more.
Okay, so now we move on to more respectable players. We've got Ryan Mason,
Very nice.
Jay Rodriguez, and Dominic Solanke.
I do like this. This is the kind of list I was looking for, but I just couldn't find something where it's a random load of names.
Yeah.
Got no idea what the actual...
And I have tried to make it so the first names you hear are the more difficult ones, and as we get on, it should fill in a little bit more.
The closer you get to the top, the nicer the person is.
Yeah.
That's what the list is.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's like goals or... There's only really Greenwood and Solanke. Well, Jay Rodriguez scores a few, I guess. Yeah, I'll just try maybe like top 10 fastest Premier League goal scorers.
Incorrect. We've got 4 more. So do you want 2 and 2?
Yeah, go on then.
Harvey Barnes
Ooh.
and Rico Lewis.
Rico Lewis is not a name I was expected to come up on this. It's very recent that he's done this. There's like a club in common, like all players that have come through this academy. I think so.
Do you want the final 2 players?
Yeah, go on then.
Patrick Bamford and Ivan Toney.
Ooh, that I was gonna say with Tony and like Greenwood Barton, it's like longest bans, but the others haven't had any bans. Don't know why, but I feel like kit numbers. They all have quite high kit numbers. I don't know if that's anything to do with it, but they're all like over 20. I think Bamford's even got 9 at Leeds now, but I know he's had big numbers in the past.
What's Ivan Toney's?
Tony's like 25, isn't he? Or is he number 9? He might be a number 9 at the minute at Brentford.
Or just 888?
Yeah, I'm a bit stumped at this. I'll be interested to see if people know in the comments. I do like this though, because it's like genuinely have no idea what this could be. It could be anything.
I'm happy to give you a clue, which I think will mean that you get it, but because this is the first time we're doing this, I'd be more than happy to give you the clue. I'll just say one word, and I think you might be able to work it out from this. International.
Is it England players with 1 cap?
It is indeed,
Yeah,
Pingy.
okay.
Correct.
Do you know what's really horrible, Jack? You've not put David Nugent on the list. 1 goal, one game.
I thought that might be too obvious. I tried to.
That's true, yeah.
throw you
Yeah,
off a
you
little
put him
bit.
on.
Yeah.
I think some people might get that though with Bamford, for example, or Tony. Like those 2 are probably the ones that do give it away. So I think you've done it in the right order.
Yeah.
But yeah, very nice list.
There we go.
Well, Jack, funnily enough, my category segues very nicely into mine. It's a lot easier than you think this, but what I'd like to name me are the first 10 England national team managers.
What do you mean first 10? Has there only been 10?
I think it's 15, 16 in total, so I'm just looking for the first 10.
Whatever, like back in the day.
Back in the day, Jack, yeah.
Oh,
There's only 2 or 3 like tricky ones. The rest are doable.
oh, mate, I've had a shocker today. Right, so Terry Venables.
Very nice place to start, right in the, I want to say middle. So Terry Venables is number 7 on the list.
Number 7,
So
okay.
that gives you a rough guess of where
Glenn
everyone is.
Hoddle.
Glenn Hoddle just after is number 8 on the list. So I'm not including any caretakers, it's just purely like actual.
Alf Ramsey.
Alf Ramsey is number 2 on the list. 113 games, obviously won the World Cup with us very nicely.
Jack Charlton.
Jack Charlton.
Bobby Charlton. Is it one of them? Is it one of them?
I mean, not for England, but they have done an international job.
Oh, yeah, I've seen. Right, okay. Forget that.
He was the Republic of Ireland manager for years.
Okay, it's not a
Jack
guess.
was. I'll let you have one. There's only one person before Alf Ramsey, and then the 2 after Alf Ramsey are tricky, and then the rest I think you should get. They're all household names. You might even
Sven.
get one. Sven-Goran Eriksson is number 10 on the list.
Number
He's
10 was all before Sven.
Yep.
But Sven is when I first started watching England. It's like all the managers I know, you can't have them.
No.
What, have I got 4 so far?
Yeah, I mean that's decent. I think you can get another 1, 2, 3, definitely 3 more on here.
Mate, I genuinely am stinking up the gaff here today. So after Alf Ramsey, who would it have been?
If you've ever seen the Damned United film, you'll know who the England manager is after Alf Ramsey.
I have.
You have seen it?
What, Brian Clough?
Not him, but who else was in that film? Yeah, Brian Clough never got the England manager job. Massive disappointment from the FA. I wonder if any of these have managed West Ham. Oh, there is.
Has Trevor Brooking ever managed England?
You going for Trevor Brooking?
Yeah.
He is not tenable. He's not the one I'm looking for. I think you'll probably know this name when I say it, because he managed West Ham for a lot of years. One of the best players from the 80s, managed England for 18 games at the end of the 90s.
Can I have his initials?
I mean, it does help you, but it's KK. If you can't get it from that, Jack, I don't know. I can't help you.
Yeah, I can get it, but I feel like a fraud now. Keegan.
Kevin Keegan, yeah.
Oh.
I'd love it. I'd love it if I got that. But he isn't that rememberable for England, to be fair, because it was only 99 to 2000 that he managed in the 2000 group stage, so it wasn't the longest stint.
So there's still 5 more. I think I'll just be wasting everyone's time if I say it.
I think he can definitely get one. There's one knighted one.
Bobby Charlton.
You said Bobby Charlton earlier.
God.
What's the other Bobby?
Bobby, I'm thinking of Bobby Robson.
There we go. So Bobby Robson, 8 years with England, got us to the semi-final in 1990. Best manager other than it's him, Southgate, and Alf Ramsey that have only got England to semi-finals. Actually, that's a lie because Terry Venables got us to your 96 semi-final.
I'm going to put my performance in this round down to me just being too young.
Yeah.
No, I'm fully expecting the comments to rip me for this. I'll cash him in, Pingu, please, because I am struggling.
No clue. There is one related to Watford and Aston Villa.
Watford and Aston Villa.
Just after Sir Bobby Robson.
Elton John.
He's not still standing. That would be incredible. Elton John just having a go at him.
Just had a
dancing
stint.
on the sideline.
I'd love it.
No, I think he was actually the chairman for this manager. It was Graham Taylor.
Graham Taylor, know the name, don't know enough about him to ever say it, yeah.
That was the one you missed in between Venables and Robson. Before that, the West Ham related one, Ron. He did 61 to 74 with West Ham as the manager.
Oh no. Ron Weasley.
You've said his name in the previous round.
Did I?
Yeah, as one of the players that has only one cap for England.
Ron Greenwood.
Yeah, Ron Greenwood is the manager between 77 and 82. And then the one in the Damned United is Don Revie.
Would have never got it. I am so stressed. I'm so stressed.
Yeah, and then number 1 was Walter Winterbottom. That's the trickiest. I don't think I'd get Walter Winterbottom, but he's that kind of name in English football that is kind of good for trivia stuff, but yeah.
I'm never coming back on this channel again.
I'd say the only clanger there, Jack, is probably maybe Graham Taylor. I don't know. Yeah, I mean, I did kind of spoon feed you Kevin Keegan, but...
However, what I will say, I'm going to get ultra defensive here, right? I fully expect the comments to be rinsed to me today because my ball knowledge is terrible, I will admit that. But all you kids watching, don't tell me you would have got them Ron Greenwood. You wouldn't have got Ron Greenwood. Let's move on. Right, Pingu, you ready for another reverse, mate?
Yep.
Would you say that my first one was a little bit tricky or just right?
I'd say that's just right.
Okay, right, so the first three names I will give you are Wes Houlihan, Aaron Cresswell, and a guy that has been on the Happyhour podcast, Troy Deeney.
Ooh. I think this might be longest stints at an English club.
Good guess, not tenable.
Cresswell's done a good decade at you now, surely.
Oh, I think he's 100% our longest serving player currently.
Yeah.
But let's give you some more names, which actually I think fit your previous guess. Ashley Young. Oh no, he's moved now, isn't he? Ashley Young, Ashley Westwood, and Norberto Solano. Oh, Nobby Solano.
Solano, great to get him on a list. I mean, those first four make kind of sense, but it's Ashley Westwood and Nobby Solano that have made it interesting. Would it be most appearances for a Premier League club?
Incorrect, but you're getting warmer. You're getting warmer.
Yeah.
Then I will give you Jamie Vardy and Matthew Etherington. One of my favourite players growing up, Matty Etherington.
Yeah.
Loved him.
So I say I was getting warmer with most appearances. Is it the most appearances for a club continuously, if that makes sense? So it's like they've not missed a game in so many.
Consecutively?
Consecutive, that's the word, yep.
It's not, Pingu.
No.
It's not. And the final two names are Seth Johnson and Chris Brunt.
Seth Johnson is not a name I'd expect to see today. Former Derby player. Ooh, is it? This is a bit of a punt. It doesn't make sense with Vardy, though. That's the thing that's putting the spanner in the works, but it makes sense for the rest of them. Is it most Premier League free kick goals?
I thought you had it for a second there, but
No.
it's incorrect. I'll give you. Do you want a clue?
Yeah, go on then.
The clue's not going to be as easy as the first one, but these are the leaders in their specific thing for that club. They are top of the list.
No, I know Seth Johnson liked a red card. Vardy's had a few. Is it most red cards for a club?
It's not.
No.
It's not. No.
Oh, then Jack, let me know.
It's the most assists in the Premier League for that club.
Most assists, yeah. That makes sense with Nobby Solano.
I think you done well with that. You went a million miles off.
Yeah. I mean, how many did Seth Johnson get in the Prem for Derby?
I think when I looked, it was 7 or something like that.
Not bad. Yeah, I'm trying to think anyone else for Derby that... I don't think anyone else would... That's just literally him, isn't it?
How many seasons have you had in the Prem? 2?
I mean, we did a few in the 90s.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, not anytime soon. Right then, Jack. This one is... I think you might get some niche names from West Ham. But what I'd like you to name me are Premier League scorers from niche international nations. So there's only been 5 players from the nations that have scored. That you've potential choices. But you got to pick players from, like... Not a lot of players have represented that in the Premier League.
Could I go for Edin Dzeko for like Bosnia?
Whoa, you've only just got in with 5 players, and Edin Dzeko has the most with 50 goals in the Premier League. So that's a very nice way to start. I was going to do it with 1 player per nation. So if they've literally had 1 person from that country score.
Oh, wow.
But there's only 15 potential answers for that, for 1 person per nation. So I thought I'd be nicer and give you, if they've got 5 players from that nation, and they have scored. So, yeah.
And I just need to give you the player name. I don't necessarily need to give you the country, right?
No, yeah, you could just think of some players with some fruity names and hope they've played for some random country.
I'm going to go for Aubameyang.
Yeah, Emerick Aubameyang from Gabon. There has been 4 players: Daniel Cousin from Hull City, Didier Dong from Sunderland, and Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang with 69 goals is terrible. So there you go.
Good. Nice. And that's where we hit the block. See, I can think of niche countries, like maybe like the Seychelles or, I don't know, St. Lucia or something, but the problem is I can't think of any players that play for them. So that's kind of messed me up a little bit.
It's not a terrible way of thinking, though. Like thinking of countries and then you might think of a player for that country.
West Ham, you've got... I wonder Peru. I wonder how many players are there going to be for Peru? I think there's going to be too many, but should we try Nobby Solano?
Nobby Solano from Peru, 49 goals, and there are 3 other people from Peru to score in the Premier League, so that does work. Yep. Andrea Carrillo from Watford, he was a winger. Claudio Pizarro is probably the most known other than Nobby Solano.
Wow, God. Okay, 3. I'm already happy with 3. My standards are low today.
Are you only good at your flags?
I'm not too bad. You gonna describe a flag to me?
Is that what you want?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll give you this one.
Okay.
Because then the player is actually quite tricky. So, blue line at the top, black line, then white line.
Blue, black, white. Is that Estonia?
It is Estonia. Do you know a player from Estonia, though, Jack?
No. I've just had a thought of someone. I'm going to need to work out how to get there. It's the guy that played for Leeds a couple of years ago. I'm pretty sure he played for a very niche country.
Is he a fullback?
No, he might be.
Or a winger?
Yeah, I think he's a winger.
He's a fullback now, but he was a winger at the time. Yeah, that would work if you do know his name.
Oh, and he had like blonde hair.
Yeah, North Macedonia is the country.
Yes, that's it. That's it. Ah!
It's such a niche name. I can't really give you any clues with it because it's so specific.
Can I have initials?
EA.
Alioski.
There we go, Alioski. I'll let you have it.
Come on. Okay, so I've got 4. I think my only way to go around this now, try and name some like niche African players and hope that they haven't had too many like Premier League representatives.
There is one for West Ham from African nations, but it's a niche African nation.
I think it could potentially be Arthur Mazuaki.
Yeah, unfortunately, there's too many at DR Congo. There'll be about 10 or 11.
But there's one at West Ham. A current West Ham player, is there?
I don't think he's current anymore. But 3 goals for West Ham.
3 goals.
He's in the Serie A now. There's actually quite a few for Manchester City. They're a team with a lot of like 1 or 2, like lots of different nations have scored for them.
Right.
Good one for Arsenal as well.
Are they recent?
Not really, no.
I think I'm going to be tapping out pretty soon.
There's one that moved in the last transfer window from a Premier League team to another Premier League team.
Oh.
Both London clubs, I'll give you that.
Fulham and Palace? Nah. I might have to tap out on this. I'll have 5 more minutes to try and...
Yeah, throw out some names and see what comes out. I don't know if I give you like a name. Like, do you know anyone from Congo? Just Congo, not DR Congo.
Nah, I wouldn't have thought so. No.
Cuba? Any Cubans in the Premier League, you know? That's a tricky one. But it might be... maybe for you, actually.
What, West Ham?
No, geographically.
Oh, Anel Hernandez?
There we go. That's the one who scored for Cuba. From Norwich City. There's like little dancers like that I really like.
Yeah.
There's one from Gibraltar.
Gibraltar. No, probably won't get it.
He's a pundit now. It's one of them where you don't really remember his time at Gibraltar.
I know this is probably going to be wrong, but I've got to start taking punts now, and I think there's going to be way too many people from Finland, but let's go Timu Pukki.
Finland, that's... there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There's 10 Finnish scorers. Not a good way to finish for you, Jack.
Am I done? My guess is gone now.
One more.
One more. We will go for.
I think African nations is your best bet. There's a lot for those.
I'll tap out.
Got no more to go.
Is there any West Ham ones on there?
Any West Ham ones? Yeah.
You said there was the African that's playing in Serie A now, right?
Yeah, he's from Equatorial Guinea. That gives you any help.
Not really.
Central midfielder Pedro
Obiang.
There we go. That's the one for West Ham anyway.
Right, you were too nice for me there, so. We tap out.
Yeah. Costa Rica have got 4.
Yeah.
Brian Ruiz, Joel Campbell, and Brian Oviedo actually scored for Everton.
Wow.
Christopher Samba is the Congo one. Sonny Jai from China scored 3 goals for Manchester City. Probably one of the biggest ones, Emmanuel Adebayor for Togo.
Fair enough, yeah.
Stefan Sessegnon for Benin with Steve Mooney and Rudiger Stedt. There's a few names anyway, but there's loads on this list that I could probably do this list again for another category because there's so many names.
Yeah, no, that's a great question. Okay, Pingu, you ready for your last one, mate?
Yep.
Again, like I've said for the previous 2 rounds, this could be super easy, but we'll see. I thought I'd just test the waters. I will give you Cristiano Ronaldo, Messi, and Neymar.
What those 3 have in common? I mean, they like the longest current captain for their international teams.
Incorrect. But we move on to Kylian Mbappe, Marcelo, and then Zlatan.
Maybe Trophy. I don't know, trophy makes sense. Not really with Neymar and Mbappe. There's not really one. I mean, Neymar won a bit with Barca, I guess. I'd say Marcelo probably won more than Mbappe. I'll try it anyway. Is it most trophies won in a career?
Incorrect. Then we will move on from Zlatan to Mohamed Salah and Sergio Ramos.
Oh, is it most followed Instagram accounts? Is that what it is, Jack? Is that what we're doing here? Is this a football show? Is this a social media platform?
It is indeed.
Yeah,
it's the top 10 most followed on Instagram. You got it before the 10, and in at number 9 would have been Paul Pogba, and in at number 10 would have been James Rodriguez.
James Rodriguez, not you.
I call him James, mate. I'm from Norwich.
Good old Colombia. Do you know where James is?
How James Rodriguez.
There we go.
There you go.
That's a nice one. Yeah, I think some people might have got that. It's one of them where I think people might have got that from them first three and gone, oh, I know Neymar's number 3 most followed. Marcelo being 5, in my opinion, is a bit mental.
Yeah, it's mad, isn't it? I was hoping because I had that one last and the other two were very like football stats heavy, you might have gone, that might have taken you a little bit off piece sort of thing, but you smashed it.
Took me off a little bit. I got down to whatever, Ramos.
Yeah.
Pretty much everyone.
This has not been my finest episode, has it, Pingu, to be honest?
I mean, you've got a broken finger. West Ham lost 6-0.
Do you know what? It's because I've not been able to Google the answers.
Can't type on that keyboard with only 9 fingers.
That's it.
So yeah, hopefully you guys did enjoy today's episode. Something a little bit different with the reverse tenables. Hopefully you enjoyed that. Let us know who you think won the episode. Obviously, one of us doing reverses and the other doing normal tenables. So something a little bit different, obviously. But yeah, make sure you check out Jack, drop him a follow and all that good stuff. Drop a like on the video and we'll catch you all next time.
Nice one. Thanks, Pingu.